with this chilly weather. A beautiful chilly day to start our beautiful new week. I gotta head out the door, but first, let's break in this new little tumbler with a nice cold matcha. My battery had to die. Oh well, gotta go old school with this. Not that frothy, but it'll do. That did not just happen. I'm out here just hoping that this is not gonna indicate a disaster of a vlog. But even if so, it's okay because mistakes happen here. But hey babes, what is up? It's Haley and welcome back to my channel. You know guys, maybe everything truly happens for a reason because I am actually kind of digging the matcha color, which makes sense because I'm actually about to head out of my house right now for us to officially grab some more paint samples. I think that this is going to be the vlog where we are actually gonna be painting the bookshelves. Right now, I actually just posted my last vlog where I showed you guys the samples that we have so far, asking you guys for your opinions. And taking a look right now, the opinions are flooding in, and this one is a lot less obvious than when you guys gave me some wallpaper suggestions. I feel like my favorite for these bookshelves so far is the evergreen fog. The only thing I'm nervous about is that it pulls slightly blue, especially because I have north-facing windows which tend to give off more of a blue light rather than a warm light. I am still at a standstill where I don't feel confident about any of the colors that I have that I'm gonna actually take you on with me to Sherwin-Williams, and we're gonna go and select a few more paint samples. And then hopefully that will appease you, it will appease me, and will be an all-around great decision. So lots of fun home updates to come. Erin and I are also committing to a date night, which is like the first time in months, which I think I'll take you along with me. And we gotta do all that while some chicken is defrosting, so I'm probably gonna take you along with me while I make dinner today too. But first things first, you are my green inspiration today. Perfect thing to bring with me into the Sherwin-Williams store. Let's go. Gotta take these with me. Guys, I made my way into the store and I basically asked him if he had any more of these like sticker kind of samples. And basically the way that it works here, they only have sticker options of like the really popular colors. So surprisingly, the only green color tones I'm seeing here are evergreen fog, which is actually the color that I already have. The only thing that's a little bit weird, maybe it's just me, but do you guys notice that their sample of evergreen fog and the sampleized sample, they look slightly different. This one seems a little bit warmer and a little bit deeper, which is actually what I like more. That kind of throws off everything for me because it makes me think like, am I not accurate in getting these samples? I'm just gonna go ahead and browse around at some other colors that they have. I want to say that the two colors I love the most are Clary Sage and Evergreen Fog. This one is cooler, this one is warmer. I'm trying to see if I could find a good in between that's like not too cool and not too warm. After asking almost every single employee in the store for advice, this is what we came across. I picked up a bunch of the samples from the colors that we were debating. This one is like super dark, but on Instagram I saw Dried Time and I'm like, oh my god, it looks so good. But now seeing it, I'm like, whoa, that is way too dark. It has a light reflective value of 21, and if you guys don't know, on a scale of 1 to 100, the number, if it's lower, it's a darker color and it reflects less light versus when it's higher. So 21, way too dark. We have the Evergreen Fog, which I think was number 5 among my list of options. It has a light reflective value of 30, so still kind of dark, and honestly I do feel like even here there's so much natural light and it still feels like a very dark color, so I think I'm gonna pass on it. This one was also Aaron's favorite, but it does have too much blue in it, I would say. Then it came down to these two options. We've got Willow Tree and Clary Sage. Willow Tree is so nice when you have warm natural lighting, but again, I feel like when you have a north-facing window, it's gonna lean too cool. So I think our final decision is going to be Clary Sage. I think it is the one that you guys recommended the most, and I do feel pretty confident about it. So I guess this is the point that we're gonna go ahead and order our paint. And if you were wondering in terms of what kind of paint, when it comes to the Sherwin-Williams, they actually have this one that everyone recommends. This is the Emerald Trim and Cabinet paint. I'm gonna get it in a satin finish because I really don't want it to be like too shiny or anything. So I think satin will be a good option. And then in terms of the actual primer, I'm gonna be getting it at Home Depot because it is a specific one called the bin primer, which is known to be really, really good for when you're painting a laminate furniture. So gonna pick up a tub of this one as well as a primer next up. Alright guys, it's later in the day, time to give you a much needed update. I tested out our primer. This primer is actually incredible. It's separated at first, so you do have to mix it. I first used a regular paintbrush and I had to basically work in sections. You don't want to have any streaks showing up, so in order to do that, you have to work very, very quickly. So I filled up this little tray and I went in with my paintbrush first and I cut in all the corners. Everything that is kind of like an edge or a side that would be difficult to go in with a roller, I went with the paintbrush first. And then right after that, I went ahead with my roller. This stuff is very, very liquidy, so you want something that will grab onto the product without spilling too much. This is the roller that I found works the absolute best. It's a very, very soft fabric material, so it does absorb a little bit of the liquid without having it drip too much. I'm gonna go ahead and link all of like my tools and everything I'm using exactly with the details in the description, by the way, in case you guys want to recreate any of this for yourself. The most important thing that I would suggest for you to get is a face mask or a respirator, if that's what it's called. I actually had to use this with doing the first coat because the smell of this is pretty strong, and they do say that it's best to be in a well-ventilated area. I actually found that wearing this mask was easier than wearing a fabric mask because it actually allowed for like air circulation, which was great, and the filters on this keeps it safe so you're not breathing in any of those like harmful chemicals or fumes. And this, you would think it's expensive, but I think it was like $25 on Amazon. Arrived the next day. Great. But just because I want to be extra certain that this laminate furniture will not chip, I decided to do a second coat, even though it's not required. But I mean, at this point, with the amount of work that we're putting into it, I am putting nothing to chance, and I would rather do 2 coats and be certain that it won't chip than to do 1 and still have the possibility of it getting ruined down the line. So as you guys can see with the bookshelves, especially now that all the seams are like filled in, it does look really, really good. And guys, I legit have this primer paint all over me. I have to wash up all my tools and just clean myself up because Evan is actually on the way to pick me up. We are heading on over and doing a little double date night. So today we're heading on over to a place called Bolero. There's a bunch of fun different activities there. We're gonna be meeting up with one of our other friend couples and we're doing like a little double date situation. We are really trying to implement this like 1 date a week, whether it's just us or us with friends, but like without the kids. Heading out while they're sleeping, getting a babysitter. I think it's gonna be extra good for our relationship to just connect a little more because I've been really distracted with like house stuff and DIYs and whatever. And I think us heading out and bonding over fun activities, maybe some food, it's just something that I'm really looking forward to doing more in 2025. But cannot go looking like this. I'm gonna go ahead and change. Maybe I'll even grab some clips too. But don't you worry, as soon as I'm back and we get a good night's sleep, I am back at the bookcases and we're officially gonna get into applying the paint color, which I am so nervous about. But I feel confident that all of us together have made the right decision. But in the meantime, let me go get changed. All right, I don't know. I'm just feeling the whole Western vibe today. So got a little dress layered with a turtleneck because it's actually really cold outside. Hubby, you ready?
Yeah, baby, we're gonna be late.
I know, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, baby.
No. Is that... Oh! For our first time? That's not bad! Like watching...
Nice.
You guys see how big this cup is? This is hydration that we are most definitely gonna need with the day that we're gonna have. Because let me just say, the primer is officially finished and dried and ready for the green paint. And I'm not gonna leave you guys on your toes anymore. Today is the day that we're officially getting to painting. You are gonna see what these bookshelves are gonna look like finished. That's the goal, that's the hope, because I'm done keeping you on your toes. But not only that, you guys are also gonna be helping me with another makeover because today, in just a couple hours actually, my mom and my dad from Canada are actually gonna be arriving. They are gonna be flying in to spend about 10 days with us, and I am so excited because they've never been here together ever since we moved into the new house. Not only that, a couple days later, my sister Angelina from LA with her entire family is gonna be staying by us too. That's 7 people that I'm gonna be sleeping in this house on top of our own family. So not only do we need to paint the bookshelves today, I also need to prep the house for them coming, with one of the things being a little makeover. makeover that we're actually going to be doing together for the guest bathroom. A couple days ago, I stopped by HomeGoods and got so many cute little bathroom accessories and essentials because that bathroom right now is like not inviting at all. And we're just spending about $100. I want to show you guys how I'm going to spruce it up. So I'm going to haul everything that I got from HomeGoods. The first thing I'm actually going to show you that I got is this cutting board because I told you guys in my past video that I am looking to swap out as much plastics as I can. So I'm saying goodbye to all of these plastic cutting boards and saying goodbye to ingesting microplastics. And hello to this beautiful wood cutting board that I got for just $16.99. Because my parents are coming today, I want to go ahead and make them a really big pot of like chicken soup with some chicken meatballs. So I'm going to take you through how I make that. So practicing the art of multitasking, I'm just going to go and prep everything for the soup while I'm still doing like the other projects in the house. Starting with preparing my broth. Okay, listen, you know how everybody's like on a bone broth kick lately? A lot of people use like the bones of like red meat and stuff, boil them for a long time, and usually use that as like a soup base. I actually love to do the same thing, but with chicken. Guys, this chicken soup recipe is probably the cheapest meal that you could put on your dinner table. If you are grossed out by raw meat, then I apologize, but the main thing you're gonna be using is actually chicken bones. I buy these at the grocery store, $2. This is like the cheapest thing ever. This is usually like the leftover parts of the chicken that most people don't buy, but I love, love, love to use this to make chicken broth. So into my pot, I'm just gonna throw these in. And I think the biggest misconception of this is that people don't realize that chicken bones still have so much chicken on them. So I'm gonna fill my pot, I'm gonna add some salt, and basically I'm just gonna let it simmer for as long as I could. The broth itself would be ready in like 30 minutes, but the longer it cooks, the more you get like those vitamins and minerals from the actual chicken. So I'm gonna let that simmer with some pink salt. And meanwhile, I'm just going to prep my veggies. My favorite base for a chicken soup, onion, carrots, and celery. I think the main thing that is like pulling me to make this is that this soup is just such a comfort recipe for me. And being that my family is coming, that's exactly what I'm feeling right now, comfort. And I still look back in my life sometimes and think it's so crazy that I live so far from them. I am so close to my family. We've got so much fun stuff that I have planned to do with them. And oh my god, I have to tell you, the day that Erin and I went on last night to Bolero with her friends was so fun. It's just so nostalgic to be able to do something that as a kid I used to do all the time. If any of you have hacks on how I can not cry while cutting onions, please leave them down below. But if you guys have like a Bolero in your area, I highly recommend that you guys go ahead and plan like a fun friends date there. Bolero is actually a bowling center. They have state-of-the-art locations, first-class arcade games, and if keeping kosher doesn't apply to you, they have incredible menu items and signature cocktails too. Bolero is the #1 destination to bowl, party, eat, play. And I'll tell you what, bowling is such a fun activity to do with your friends because you can show a little bit of like that competitive side, but you could still socialize and catch up. And some friendly competition is always good. So definitely when my parents come, when my sister arrives with all of her kids, we're gonna do one big fun night as a family at Bolero. I think it would be a perfect way for us to kind of like celebrate Aaliyah's early birthday while they're here. Guys, this is like truly one of the most fun partners I've ever worked with. Bolero has so many locations nationwide. Booking a lane also is so easy. Just go on their website, search up a location near you, and you can do everything online. So whether you have a special occasion coming up, a birthday, a reunion, family or corporate events, or even if you just want to have yourself a fun date night, you can actually click the link in my description and that will get you 20% off your next lane reservation. Or if you want, just scan the QR code right over here. It's going to take you right to their website. All you need to do is fill out your name and your preferred location, and then you are set for a really fun night with your friends or family. Bolero also offers unlimited bowling on weekdays and weekends, so you can bowl as long as you want for such great prices. All right, just washed up the celery. That is it. My veggies are prepped. I'm gonna let my soup keep simmering. As you guys can see, there's like a little film going on over here. Usually whenever you cook like raw chicken or raw meat, it brings up this film as the water gets hot, which is actually something you want to remove. Removing that is actually going to ensure that you have a very, very clear, clean soup. So once that's all up, I'm going to remove all of that film and then just close it with a lid and let it keep simmering for as long as I have time, maybe 2 hours today. Well, so far I am loving this new cutting board. So this HomeGoods purchase was a win. And so let me show you everything else that I got for the bathroom and we'll get started on that makeover. So the guest bathroom right now is basically one big white box. There is no color going on at all. And I do want you to keep in mind, as much as this is a guest bathroom, it's actually my girl's bathroom first. This is gonna be the bathroom that like Aaliyah and Naomi share as they get older. So I did want to choose colors and decor that felt very like cute toddler girl to me. And so the first thing that I saw at HomeGoods that inspired me was this little soap dispenser. Look at it, it's just so cute. I love the strawberries. And this actually came in a set. So we have a toothbrush holder and then a little cup that they can also use to rinse their mouth after brushing their teeth, plus a tray too to like help keep it all together. I just love this set. The next way to add some color to your space is obviously to add a rug. I tried to find a pink that matches this lid right over here, and this one is a really, really long bath runner that is just so soft, and I thought it would be perfect to put it right by the sink area so that their feet can be all nice and cozy when they wake up in the winter. But then I didn't want the space to be like an entire pink explosion as soon as you enter, so even though I got a pink rug, I decided to integrate some greens into it too. So this is the second rug that I got because I needed another one to put next to the bathtub because it always gets wet there whenever I give them a shower. So adding the green is gonna be such a nice little breakup from all the pink going on. And so for our guests, I got some green hand towels too in this pretty little gingham. They match this rug. And again, because there's a little notions of green in the hand soap, you guys get my entire vision. And then the last thing I needed to get was a shower curtain. I just got this aligner and curtain that I'm gonna be putting up with a curtain rod. And that's it. All of that I got for like just under $100. And I think it's gonna make the biggest difference. So let's start the makeover. I mean, really, this is so sad. There's nothing really in their bath except for this. This is what I've been using to hold up their toothbrushes and their toothpaste. It's a little laundry cap. I don't know why. I just like never really got around to like making this look a little bit cuter. I think it's because of the fact that this bathroom is now renovated. Except for like a little paint job that we did. We left all the original light fixtures and obviously this vanity, it's like super low. But okay, we've got everything we need and let's just see how much $100 can take with transforming this bathroom. First thing I wanted to tackle is actually this window. Like I said, because we only used to give the girls a bath, we never really had to worry about like the privacy thing here. But knowing that now my family is actually gonna be showering here, we definitely need to put a privacy window film on this. So I ordered this from Walmart. It's basically like a static cling frosted glass film that is not even a sticker or an adhesive. I just have to cut it to size, apply it to the window, and that's basically it. Listen, you guys, was this a major change? No, but I do think it makes the space a little bit cuter for guests to be here. I did think that this runner was going to be bigger and just take up more space, but that's okay. It's cozy where I'm standing, which is honestly the point. I love that we went with like the pink and green combo because I feel like it's a bit of a breakup rather than having everything just pink. And we finally have a shower curtain too, so they could take proper showers. The one thing that is missing is a little step stool for the girls because of course we have to make this accessible for them. And I also really need to swap out these light bulbs because the light here is so yellow right now, as you can see. But that is basically it, a tiny little upgrade. I know you guys are used to me doing a really extravagant makeovers, but like I said, this bathroom is not yet renovated. So in the meantime, hopefully this will make it feel a bit more cozy than what it was before. I just threw in all my vegetables now that I know that my soup is clean. The chicken bones are still in there. I'm gonna let that cook up with the vegetables. And then at the same time, I'm just gonna do my spices. I don't always do the exact same. It's kind of whatever I'm feeling. So let's do some salt, pepper, garlic powder, of course, some cumin and paprika, and some turmeric, you know. It's cold season right now, so this little immune boost is always good to add. Okay, soup is cooking. He's gonna go pick them up right now, and I cannot wait to hug mommy.
Why don't you pick him up?
Because I have stuff to still do in the house. If my mom saw this house messy and a disaster, she'd be like, this is not the daughter I raised.
So she should stay here every time then, so the house will be clean.
I know, right? That's the thing, guys. Anybody else, whenever guests come over, it's like you frantically clean and just make sure everything is perfect. That's why I like inviting people sometimes, because it like forces me to do the things that I've been putting off. Okay, the soup is ready, and these meatballs honestly look so good. The good thing about adding the egg is it keeps the meatball intact so it doesn't fall apart in the soup. But Erin is literally about to pull up with my parents, and I cannot wait to give my mom the biggest squeeze ever. This is the first time she's like admiring. Isn't it so pretty?
Love it.
I know, and you're gonna help me paint it. I'm putting you to work right away, Mom, okay? Oh my gosh. I'm watering them. She's disappointed.
Give them life.
I know. She's saying that they look a little bit dry. You see, right away. She's the real plant mom. I'm like the pretend plant mom. Okay, Mom, I'm gonna give them more water. Give me a second.
Inasafta.
kids are home already enjoying the soup also. It's yummy, Naomi? Yeah? And guys, this is mom's. Right away, as soon as she came, she's like, your backyard is atrocious. And she is cleaning all of like the dead leaves and stuff outside. This is like mom core, you know? Looking good, mom. Guys, I'm not even joking. The woman is still going. She's so funny. Oh yeah, Safta's washing our windows. God, I love having mom here. Well, babes, it's officially painting day, and I'm nervous, but we have our clear winner, and that is Clary Sage. I don't think I've ever had this much back and forth about a paint color, but seeing it now, I do feel very confident about it. A lot of you guys suggested this one as well. So we're doing it. We're just gonna dive right in. My mom had a good night's sleep. She is fueled and ready, and I'm recruiting her to help me today to hopefully get this done much faster. We're gonna cut into all the corners with a brush and then go into the rest with a roller. And then hopefully in a couple hours, we can go in and do a second coat, and I'm hoping we can finish it today. Let's do it. Moment of truth. Oh my gosh. It's pretty! Mommy, my little helper. So, I don't think I've ever wanted to cry more in my life. But okay, you guys, this is what it's looking like right now. This is the color that most of us chose, and I agreed with you. Like, it looked so good. Doesn't even look that bad on camera, but guys, I don't like it. I mean, I don't think I like it. It's actually so hard to tell. My mom and I, we just did one coat, and I was looking back, and I was telling her, Mom, I don't know how I feel, and the woman was pissed. I mean, my mom never gets pissed, but she was literally like, are you serious? We just painted this entire bookshelf. Like, it just looked so good on the sample. But now that I am seeing it fully, I can't tell if it's too light, if it's the fact that it's green in general, that it's throwing it off with the house. Like, I feel like it needs to be darker, it needs to be deeper, but I'm like kind of scared to do that now. It's also hard to tell because I'm just using the overhead lights. When you actually turn those off, it does have a different look in the home, which like, this makes me want bookshelves that are darker. Do you know what I'm saying? But most of the time we do have the lights on. And even if we don't, I don't know, you guys. So we've actually only done one coat of this. We're supposed to do two, and a part of me thinks maybe if we do two, it could be slightly darker. But then again, this is pretty much a match to the sample. So guys, I can't believe it. I wanted to be done with these bookshelves because the amount of anxiety and the amount of stress that I've had over just picking a color, and now I feel like I chose the wrong one. I chose. As much as I got so much feedback from you, I feel like seeing it in person, it's not giving what we're wanting it to give. So help me, because Aaron agrees. He's like, listen babe, it's not it. He thinks that we should still stick with green. We should maybe just go with a darker tone, but like, I don't know which dark tone to do. A part of me now keeps pulling to like evergreen fog, but it honestly doesn't even look that different. It kind of looks a little bit too blue, so I don't know. Do you guys have a suggestion? I mainly need your vote of confidence to tell me if I should still stick with the green bookshelves, because when it was white, it was beautiful, but it was white and I just didn't want to go through all of that to just have white bookshelves. Then I'm like, maybe the accessible beige, but keep in mind it still needs the shelves, it still needs the books, the accessories, the decor. But what are you guys thinking? Taking a look at these bookshelves, am I going nuts? Do you also think it's not giving? Do you think that we should do a darker tone? If you have any actual like paint suggestions, let me know down below. I, for some reason, still want to try the evergreen fog, which is what my editor Lauren actually suggested, and so did Eran. So at this point, you guys tell me. I give up. I throw my hands up. I'm tired, have no patience. And I just want these bookshelves to be done. So please help a girl out. Comment down below what you guys think we should do. What should our next step be? Because right now, I'm just not loving it. And I wanted to show you the realities of renovating your house. It's happened multiple times for us. We've changed our opinion about the kitchen, about the floors. Like, we've literally changed our minds so many times. But at the end of the day, when I do make that final decision that I'm happy with, I am so happy with it. It's all about trial and error, but help me out so that hopefully we'll have less trial and less error and more success. Otherwise, if you guys are watching up to this point, honestly, you are the real MVPs. I love the ones that stick around all the way till the end. If you are watching up to this point, honestly, just comment down below. It's okay. It's okay, Haley. Tell me that this is okay, because I've gone through all of this and I thought I was so confident about it, but like, I just need you guys to have my back and tell me that it's okay, Haley. Mistakes happen and we are going to fix this. Unless you guys like really love it. So comment below. Darker shade of green, different shade of green. Should we do beige? Should we go back to white? Like, I am at a loss for words. And whatever advice you can give me will really help put my mind at ease. And I'm sure that at some point we will get it right. My mom was not a happy camper about me changing my mind, but hopefully the fun bowling night that we're gonna do later this week is gonna make up for it. I'm gonna be sure to leave a link down below if you guys also want to go ahead and plan a fun activity with your friends, with your spouse, with your partner, with your family. You can click the link below to get 20% off your lane reservation at Bolero. I really think that's something I have to treat my mom to after all of this. Love you all forever and always. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one, where hopefully I am a much happier camper. Love you.